Playing on another ranked mega random featuring the often imitated, often duplicated LuigiCroissant, playing as the pay-to-win Armenians, who is currently laming some Ibex over here from the Portuguese Siqueira. Does that mean in Spanish, if you want? If you want to kill a villager with 3 villagers and a scout for laming your Ibex, yes, I guess you can do that. There is nothing wrong with that. I think this ranked mega random has a lot of gold and resources on the map, including the Ibex. And as you know, ladies and germs, if you have something on your side of the map, that means your opponent has something on their side. I think unfortunately with the mega random, is you never know where the stuff is going to end up, and you never know what villagers are going to die. Blue trying to pick up the pieces and going to be have almost enough food to castle age, despite the fact that he's in dark age, and going to goof a little bit on this extra building that need to click up to castle. They are going to go there after that. They got a lot of food at this point. And Portuguese against Armenians. Not sure if any Armenian tech is really going to help that much in this map. Of course, there's always like a really, really nice convenience factor for playing Armenians with the mule cards having to move it around. I don't think composite bowmen are really going to be that relevant against, typical castle units that Portuguese like to play. So I'm not really expecting any, big Armenian plays to come out. Of course, you always do have the fortified church rush that, you can try. In terms of relics on the map, there are like only one relic over here, one relic over here, and that's pretty much it. So warrior priests are going to be maybe a bit useful, but if you have Armenians going with their castle unit, that means that the warrior priests are not going to be that relevant. They do heal slower than monks, which is a bit unfortunate. And I don't see blue jumping on gold just yet, so I don't think we're going to do a crazy fast castle play, but it looks like blue is pushing in their Ibex, which might be a little bit different than the strategy that the Croissant takes, as they're going pretty defensive, getting some late Ibex over here, mill in the back, and mill over here on this side as well, as LuigiCroissant is first to click up to feudal age, and not sure what the play is going to be. Looks pretty defensive at this point. Blue, a few seconds away from feudal age, and they're going to keep on pushing in their Ibex, and they're pretty close to going up to castle. They do have enough for their 2 buildings, typically 1 market and 1 blacksmith. Are missing 150 gold, which they can buy at the market if they want. And they're not idling their villagers, but they don't really need to because they're about to approach 1,000 food at the exact same villager pop as LuigiCroissant. And in terms of who's favored to win this game, we do have a 960 Portuguese player up against a 946 Armenians. That's an Armenian with a capital I for idle scout. And here comes the blacksmith. Here comes the market. And that was a little bit late to get both of those things, but honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter. I'm really curious as to why the blue player is not getting more gold with their villagers at this point. I mean, you take these 3 out here, which means that you don't have to use the market to go up to castle if you don't want to. They can sell the food if they want to go up after this market is going to be up. So first required castle age building is up, and scouts are coming out for red. So we'll see what happens there. Man, this is a really slow castle in comparison to what could have been done, because we are missing the gold, and all you have to do is sell food at this point to go up to castle. That's all you got to do. Okay, you can go now. There we go. Castle age coming in now for the blue player, and here we go. Also got the mining camp. So at this point, you play pretty defensively. You get a lot of villagers on the stone. For the mining cap, you put up a defensive or defensive castle. Not sure. But LuigiCroissant should be really, really behind. It's castle age consideration that they spent all this money on, not 4, but 5 scouts. Okay, no, 6 scouts. Holy crap. And 1 in the queue as well. 2 in the queue now for LuigiCroissant. So they're going to be quite behind. But they are at 30 pop, which is only 2 more pop than our blue player. So I would definitely rather be in the blue player's position at this point. And as long as you're walled up tip to tip, I think that you should be fine from defending against a scout invasion. And speaking of scout invasion, here come the scouts. Is they're going to try to find a way to get in, I guess? No, they're going to attack the house and alert their opponent to the fact that they have scouts, which is, I wouldn't say the best, because then your opponent is probably going to respond immediately. And, okay, LuigiCroissant gets the gap, gets the laugh off, and they're going to go apparently straight for the back. Quick house walls coming in from blue. I'm not sure if they're going to get it. One village is probably going to go down to the right-hand side from this house that didn't finish. And 2 spearmen in the queue now for blue, as more scouts are coming in as the hole does get plugged up. Villagers are absolutely stunned. And blue is on 0 wood and about to be on 10 deaths. Scouts are absolutely tearing everything up. Villagers not fighting back, which is super interesting. And let's see what the KD is now. 1. Okay, 3-1. Spearman in the back coming in to fight. No, backs off. Nice little micro here from blue. And the blue villagers are going to try to house wall again. But the scouts are going to come through the gap again. And they're going to attack the villagers, which is really bad. That's a 6-1 KD in the Armenians' favor. And they continue to fight the villagers. Villagers are going to clap back. Is this Age of Empires or 300? I have no idea. Spearmen should be able to clean this up with all the scouts. They're not able to get out. They're stuck. Scout comes back to help their buddy, and they're fighting the spearmen again, but the spearmen should be able to completely clear everything up. So not the best move there from LuigiCroissant, but it is 8 kills. But then, you know, the blue player also themselves claps back. So we're about the same KD for both players, and the LuigiCroissant is absolutely nowhere near Castle Age. With, well, I digress. We got a big food drop-off just came in. And that means that we're about halfway, could you say, to Castle Age. It looks like Castle is in the works here from the Armenians player. I'm not sure if the elite unit for the Armenians is going to be super relevant. We do have this village over here doing a super efficient drop-off for the stone instead of joining their compatriots over here on the right-hand side. Ford, not lumber camp, but mule cart, going to collect some wood for red, and they're going to wall up just in case and get access in the front with this palisade gate, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure if the Croissant knows about the rest of the map, how there's wood in the back. Okay, they can see like a little bit of it. I think I would have been in a better position to get some wood. And Blue's on patrol now and paranoid to make sure they are defending against another scout attack. So here's kind of the bad thing going on for Blue, if you can say it's a bad thing. It's 26 villager pop compared to 40, which is a bit concerning from an economic perspective. And of course, no second TC coming in, as LuigiCroissant is now going to click up to Castle Age about 10 years late. But they might be able to clap back from this. And Spearman coming over here and causing some panic on the palisade gate. Going to have to call a general contractor to repair that. And here we go. Castle coming in now for blue with 4 villagers, which means that I'm gonna assume here, hear me out, that blue is going to go for organ guns and try to spam them. Maybe a 1 TC all in, maybe not. There's a lot of resources on this map. But I think they kind of goofed their build a little bit. I think it would have been really good if they did it. And I think that they're going pretty defensive. Like, it's not a forward castle plant. They're not, like, covering the wood. And wood is, I wouldn't say hard to come by on this map. I would say awkward to come by. So I think a forward castle plant I would have, like, preferred a little bit. If trebuchets do hit castles on the low ground, they do extra damage. And the Croissant is apparently thinking about a tech switch, if you can call it that. They're going to go 2 range, fletching, and finally get their farm upgrade. But it looks like they are... no, they do have the wood upgrade, so that's good. Blue, interestingly enough, does not have the wood upgrade, nor the farm upgrade. And I'm not even sure if they have the gold or stone upgrade either. I'm not sure if they really need it, but I would really like to see at least the wood upgrade coming in. I mean, that's pretty important as LuigiCroissant is in Castle Age, is going to open up with a, can you say protected? TC here on the right-hand side, and going to continue booming on the villagers. 6 villager lead coming in now for blue, as we got a Gator Bomb coming over here from, oh dear, blue kills red, and red going super sneaky. Now we got 2 alligators attacking 1 spearman. I'm not sure if the spearman's will take it out. Okay, the rest of the alligators are now eating the 2. Okay, wow. This is, oh, Jesus. Okay, that was super interesting. Blue going to go second TC, which I think is a good idea. I also think it's a good idea to get the first upgrade to double bid X. I would highly recommend that for players who are wanting to not only play Age of Empires, but win a game. And it looks like red is just going to try to boom. Wheelbarrow comes in. And here come the cavalry archers and the organ guns, who should be able to pretty easily take out this villager. So now the Croissant sees it, but it looks like they're going to stick on organ guns, maybe get 2 knights on the field in the queue for red to counter some of these organ guns. And they're going to go forward with just the organ guns and the scout and the knights. I'm not sure if red is able to see this yet. And yes, they do. Organ guns should be able to shred this palisade and start attacking these villagers. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they definitely outrange a TC. Panic Watchtower coming in from red. Maybe not. Maybe just the panic and no tower. Interesting strategy. As the villagers are now going to garrison inside the town center. But the Great Escape of 2024 is now happening. As this is the nice thing about Armenians and Georgians. The meal cart goes with you. You take the lunch cart. You take the villagers. You escape. And you don't cancel the watchtower, which is going to cost you about, I think, what is it, 125 stone, which is pretty awful. And yeah, I mean, this is a good play from red on the walls, but aggression is real. Aggression is real as the villagers walk away now, and the TC should go down. But red already back on stone, so they're thinking a little sneaky, maybe, I don't know, castle drop or defensive castle perhaps coming in. And now blue is back up to about the same villager pop as the red player, which is good. Some other villagers go over here, sneak in the back, and gonna have some fun with this crocodile. Crocodile 3 attack, 0.7 speed, pretty insane. And I guess they're gonna build a lunch cart somewhere back here when it's appropriate. But let's see if any damage can get done with these cavalry archers. And I don't think that blue actually knows at this point that red is on cavalry archers. Nope, no indication. Didn't see it fly by. Just see the TC. Knights are going around to scout, see what's going on, which is a really good move. And I guess now they know about the cavalry archers because the villagers are going to run for their lives. I don't think ballistics is in yet for red, but it may not matter. Firing at super close range here. And no one is going to escape. And the kills are getting racked up. 4 kills already for these, 5 kills already for these cavalry archers. 6 kills. And cavalry archers are going to bring some pain. And red going to react by taking these slow-ass organ guns all the way to the other side of the map. It's not good. Red taking some shots from the TC, which is also not good. And that's going to stop the attack for now, I guess, for red, who has stopped everything. Stopped military production, stopped villager production at 1,000 food. But I think they might be... Are they idling to go to Imperial? I don't know. Some more shots coming in here, but the defense is there. And the cavalry archers are all going to get slaughtered. Yikes. That was not a great play from red. So that's a little relief here for blue, as a defensive back castle is now coming in for red, who is continuing to boom. Got about 11 villager lead here on the red player. But the blue player is ready to click up to Imperial Age, which I think is an okay strategy. I mean, you can treb from distance, but you got to make this uphill climb over here. And I don't think blue really knows what quite is in the front yet. Okay, well, they see the TC. They see the market. And they are just going to go to Imperial. Maybe spread out, get another siege workshop, which in my opinion, this is super not necessary. I think that it's going to take way too long to get this town center down. And also, I guess I don't know if red knows. It is the only thing that's available, but I'm not sure if they know that there are villagers there yet. It would be good to get some vision, but this is not going to do a lot of damage to red. I mean, they don't have that much of their economy invested over here at this point. And check this out. Red, who has enough for a castle drop, I guess, is going to go and try to bust. Blue sees it. I think they're going to be able to see the villagers as well. They see the castle. It's not good, and that's going to maybe change some plans for blue, but check me out. Blue's going to be able to very easily trap this down, right? Because the croissant has a lot of gold, but not a lot of food. So they can use the market to get him up to castle a bit quicker. But this is going to be a free castle, 700 stone wasted, sacrificed to the gods, some might say. And that's really unfortunate. Third TC now coming in for blue. Well, they built the foundation, but they're not actually building the TC, which is an interesting strategy. Cavalry archers causing a really big havoc. 3 more kills come in from this group of cavalry archers on the front wood. And this forward castle now taking out some villagers, denying some gold, which is really unfortunate. Already racked up 1 kill, which is pretty cool. Cavalry archers over here going to rack up a few kills in 3. And this is going to widen the gap between blue and red in terms of villager production. 12 more cavalry archers still in the queue for red. I would like to see them scale the archery range if they're deciding that they're just going to stick on cavalry archers. We've got a lot of things locked up over here in only two ranges. Knights here to defend the day. 1 trebuchet in the queue, 6 organ guns, 1 mangonel on the field. So blue is doing okay. I think they need to, okay. If you're not going to boom, you got to go super aggressive. You got to punish the opponent. And right now, blue is kind of like stunned and shocked. They're like kind of like getting all their ducks in a row. They can't handle 2 fights at once. It's good that they take this castle for free. It's super kind of like a chill thing you can do, but they got to get the move on with these organ guns. You got to do some damage somewhere. I mean, this is a free TC over here, but I guess they're going to take it over here with the mangonel, which is good. Organ guns look like they're going to spot the cavalry archers and do a little bit of damage, but the problem is the organ guns are like super slow, and they're powerful if you can push with them. And I think honestly that's what blue needs to do. They need to push. Red is back, causing more panic. These villagers over here attacking the house. Should be attacking the gate instead. There we go. Red TC under attack from this mangonel, which is really unfortunate. And the gate's going to go down. Red going to run in, but I think it's a little too crowded in here between 2 castles. Not going to be able to do that much damage. Take out the spearmen. They're on the move. And, yeah, this is an interesting scenario over here, some might say. Bodkin are going to give more range and attack power to these cavalry archers. Are already at 7 kills. Attacking more villagers. They need to run away and get away from these organ guns. As the villagers come over and kill the mangonel to death. Just super unfortunate. I would like to see another little wall come in here as long as the scout cavalry is AWOL. But what can you do? Problem I see for blue at this point is that the villager pop is pretty abysmal in terms of being already an Imperial. They're on 2 TC, but the villager pop is like not great. As we have red approaching 80 villagers, husbandry, and the padded armor now coming in for red as they continue to stack even more cavalry archers on the map. And looks like we've got a monastery over here, a fortified church. It has 1 relic. And the monk apparently forgot to deposit the relic in the fortified church. More attack coming in now for the cavalry archers as they run straight into the organ guns. Yikes. Hate to see it. Get some hill damage there too. This is causing a lot of problems in idle time for blue. Cavalry archers have not done that much damage, but here's a problem. Red is now, well, firstly, getting Bracer for I have no idea why. I mean, the only thing it does for them is get some more range on the castle. So not sure why Bracer is coming in. Super interesting. The Croissant is about to be on 4 TC. Once again, built the foundation, but didn't build the TC, which is super interesting. Bloodline's coming in, Imperial coming in, and their villager pop is going up. It's going up big. A lot of wood that they can use to drop on some farms. Maybe get their Igo villagers back to work. Blue has more problems because their pop is like not that great, and they've expanded a little bit. They got a little lumber camp going here, and they got something else going on for them. The fact that red doesn't have a ballistics means they're missing their shots on all these villagers. You really hate to see it when you shoot your shot like that. And a knight's going to come over here and try to snipe these trebuchets. They might get it, but they might also run into organ guns in a castle at the same time. Or just the castle, which is pretty cool. And are they doing any damage at all? Okay, like a little bit of damage. Okay, knight goes down. Trebuchet are going to probably live. And yikes, hate to see it. Blue now massing an army. Getting their villager pop nice and ready, but red taking some not great fights over here, sacrificing a lot of units. Got the cavalry archer on the left-hand side, I guess, to keep the harassment. Keep the harassment going. Second castle now coming in from red. Right in the front. And I'm guessing that they, well, don't want to build composite bowmen. I think composite bowmen don't really do anything for you here. Looks like they're going to get a bunch of knights. Start putting them in the front. But blue's taking the same thing, and they start countering by getting the pikeman upgrade. So, a lot of stuff coming in, and now blue is on the offensive. And I don't think these knights are going to do the trick, but it looks like red might be going around and thinking about something else. I don't know what they're thinking about. Finally, guys, check me out. In Imperial Age, double bit axe finally comes in for blue, which is cool. Good defense now for red to maybe have a little bit of a treb war. These organ guns, they can do the job. 9 can do the job. Trebuchet is very weak and very exposed. Archer tech going to keep on coming in. Its chemistry comes in now for red to beef up the cavalry archers. Cavalier is a really good choice at this point because you get a lot of knights. You wait. Maybe you snipe the treb. Maybe you go back and maybe you fight the organ guns. And I think that Cavaliers, 30 of them, which we're in the queue, really need to start scaling the stables here because we only have 3. It's going to be a good choice. And now everyone's going in, but this is yikes, a free gift to blue as this entire army goes down to the front. They walk by, do 0 damage. Treb wars are now starting. And it looks like LuigiCroissant just rallied all of his military to this point over here, and they just like walked right through, which is awful. Idle villagers everywhere. And yeah, I guess red is waiting for their time, waiting to shoot their shot, as blue is shooting their shot. And some pikemen in the front, and I guess now is the time to attack. As red comes in with their paladin, 16 more in the queue, and runs right past blue. No, now fighting uphill to attack the organ guns, and I think that red should be able to clear this out. I think if they take out the organ guns, the pikemen are not going to be a huge issue. We don't have that many pikemen on the field at this point. Only got like 4 in the front. Nice micro coming in here from blue, taking what they can. And the paladin, not paladin, but the cavalier queue is pretty full now. We've got 17 cavaliers in the queue. Red, going to walk over here, as blue is now putting down a, could you call this a panic castle? It's certainly a castle. And look for what they can look for. We're right past blue. Don't snipe the villager. Interesting choice. They're going to find something. I think that it is good that blue is scaling up their pikemen at this point, but they need to scale up even more. They need to get the Imperial Age upgrade for the spearman line, which would be good. And the organ guns who have been defending on these cavalry archers are now defending against this TC on the right-hand side, as red is putting another castle over here, I guess, to start trebbing down this base in the north. A few villagers. I don't think the blue can see that. No, they have no idea. Now the fight starts with red, who should be able to shred these only 4 organ guns, which is really unfortunate. Garrison going to have to come in to help out. It's going to be, I think, a pretty bad fight for blue. Skirmishers now on the field and getting queued up for red, as they're going to be able to shred some villagers. Blue still working on the castle, still working on getting the pikemen out. And now they're shredding the rest of the villagers. They're taking a TC fire, which is not good. And the organ guns are taking a few licks on a a few people here and there, which is pretty cool. But right now, going to keep on smashing these organ guns, and that's a lot of money. It's very expensive. 70 kills already from this group of Cavaliers was really unfortunate. Castle going to go up. And finally, the final Halberdier upgrade is coming in from Blue, who also has 2 trebuchets in their queue, 3 castles. So it's going to be a longer fight still for either player before they start showing cracks in the armor, if you know what I mean. But it looks like Red is saying, hey, these Cavalier are working. I'm going to stick on them. They're missing a lot of upgrades for these Cavaliers. All they have is Forging at this point. They don't even have Scale Barding armor. Which is really unfortunate. Looks like they're going to go in back and try to see what they can find. Blue, Chainmail armor. Going to beef up the Halberdier for the fight with these Cavalier, which is a good choice. A little more bumped and grinding as the Halberdier are now going to be able to shred. Blue villagers coming forward to shoot their shot, which I'm guessing means put a castle down somewhere. Well, maybe not, because Blue is only on 215 stone, which is not good. But Tribe now coming forward, but so are the Cavalier. Some stone here in the back. 2 castles now coming into the front, as we're about to have 3 Tribes on the field from Red. A lot going on. A lot of messiness. Pikeman upgrade finally coming in from Red. Bracer. Have no idea why. Castle now getting attacked from our blue player. Okay, well, I guess Bracer's coming in because they're continuing to scale their cavalry archers, which is, I guess, is a good move. Counters the Halberdier over here, which is good. And this is something that Blue is definitely going to have to push back, right? Mulecar also joining the fight, which is pretty crazy. Blue is aware of these castles. They're aware of the trebuchets, and they're going to have to snipe it at pretty much all costs. The pressure is now away from the red base, and it is on the blue base. Panic Repair now coming in from Blue, but it's going to be maybe easy to take out these 2 trebuchets, but once this castle goes up, these blue units are going to not have a good day. Skirmishers not getting in the mix, stacking the Halberdiers, and it looks like these trebuchets should go down, but maybe the castle will go down as well. Who knows? 3 castles. That's going to be hard to dislodge. Nice thing that Blue has going for them is that they are on the high ground, but yeah, because this is going to be really rough at this point, as it looks like Blue runs out of stone in order to repair the castle, and there's no stone in sight, which is really unfortunate. And 1 more castle can still come in for Red if they wanted to. They're on 890 stone. But Siqueira calls the GG. Super interesting map. A little bit of back and forth. A little bit of bobbing and weaving. But a lot of Armenians.